Welcome to Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across my YouTube channel, you are highly welcome. Please, I beg you for this favor, click on that red button that says subscribe. Beside the red button is a notification bell. Turn the bell on so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be the first person to check it out. I appreciate each and every one of you who always come back to watch my videos. Like you know, I present news on daily basis to you. So after watching the video, you are free to criticize and leave your comment constructively. Share the video. Yeah, you can share it to your family, friends, anybody that you can, so that they themselves will be informed. Now I present to you another interesting or informative video which we are going to watch together. Yeah, I'm going to watch this video together with you. Then we'll come to the comment section.
To ruin human ingenuity. It was designed and structured to produce malfunction on a regular, on a persistent, on a progressive, and on a permanent basis. I want to remind every human being on this earth, if you are a human being, because the only thing we are guaranteed is being mortal beings. To be human requires work. To be human requires the activation of your spiritual component. That's why I know not everybody standing is a human being. However, it is important we understand and appreciate that Nigeria was designed to do what you are witnessing now. And you're going to witness more evil from it because that is how it is structured. It's important that we remember and call to mind that what we are witnessing is by design. And then remember that Nigeria, by its own structure, had actually expired. Now, if only you can imagine that something bad by its design, something that is designed to be terrible, which is already terrible, now expires. When something bad expires, it becomes even more toxic and extremely poisonous. That is the stage Nigeria is today. And that is why Nigeria has gotten to a level now where the criteria for leadership, you cannot be a leader of that contraption or a would-be leader of that contraption without fulfilling certain criteria. Those criteria one of them must be that you have to be a proven criminal. That means your criminality is not in doubt. You're a thief. Okay, you must be a thief. You must be somebody whose source of income will be a mystery to people, and somebody who cannot be able to say how you gathered your wealth. Or you must be somebody whose wealth had already been traced as stolen. Somebody who, you must be a criminal. That is a must for you to qualify to be in any position of leadership, to be in charge. You must show proof that you are a thief, that you are a criminal. There must be evidence to prove that. You also must be somebody who has no value whatsoever for human life. Human life must mean nothing to you. Can you imagine somebody who does not value human life but is placed in charge of human activities? Do you understand what that means? You're not only employing a thief, you're not only employing a criminal, a proven criminal, you're also employing somebody who does not value human life. These are criteria. The other criteria is that you must be old enough. You must be old enough to a level where your healthcare facilities can only be found abroad. You can't be treated within Nigeria. These are all criteria, okay? You must be old enough to warrant treatment abroad, and also old enough to be able to become a resident at the old people's home that is called SH0CK. It is an old people's home. So you must be old enough. Now I need you to know that those who have shaped up this evil project called Nigeria, have mechanisms in place to make sure that you continue to renew your slavery in that contraption. They have mechanisms in place, and they introduce these mechanisms every 4 years. Are you listening? They introduce these mechanisms every 4 years. Those who are in charge of this evil from inside as well as outside that contraption have mechanisms in place to make sure, because it is a ground for slavery. Okay? So because they know that the place has expired, and they've also understood that people inside are beginning to get angry about old people. The current mechanism they introduced since 2019 is what they call not too young to run. And they use that. Remember, the only time you can be a leader in this place, one of the criteria is that you must be old enough. Not only old enough to require treatment abroad, but also old enough to reside in that old people's home called SH0CK. The only thing they have suddenly realized is that people are getting tired of that. So now, in order to encourage everybody, in order to make sure that the renewal of this project is accomplished every 4 years, is to introduce what they call not too young to run. That's why I want to remind you. Hello, Benjamin Temba and Karen Martin, you're here. Thank you. Now, it's an impromptu, but I thank you for joining. Now, listen. It's important you all know that the reason they've introduced not too young to run, okay, is to make sure that that thinking that only old people can run can be neutralized. I need you to understand this. So you see the same hype now about obedient, Obi. That was what we had. I even got involved in it in 2019, but because people's memory, those acting without thinking, can't even remember that the same hype was what we had about take it back, take it back, take it back, take it, sorry, take it back, take it back, take it back. Now youth are waking up, everybody is waking up. But what happened in the end? You renewed your slavery, and the old people remained. The same thing now is happening, and people suddenly have forgotten. Obi. It's got to be Obi, obedient. And I'm asking, are you all thinking? Are you really thinking? Have you forgotten that this is an expired project? Have you really forgotten that Nigeria ought to have been dissolved and divided yesterday. Have you forgotten that this is a place where your lives are being ruined on a daily basis? Where value for life means nothing whatsoever. In fact, the killing of a goat will have more value than the killing of thousands of people. Have you forgotten? Are you bamboozled? Now, Obi, now the question I now ask, because we want to ensure that we leave no stone unturned. If not for anything, we will have a clear conscience that people were warned from the onset. The question I now want to ask are, the questions I now want to ask are these. One, for argument's sake, let us take it that the Fulani-controlled INEC, Fulani-controlled Supreme Court, Fulani-controlled military, law enforcement agencies, and etc. approves Obi as a quote president, because nothing called president in a place that is not a country. This is a contraption. We are all being bamboozled and scammed. The height of fraud. That is what you're witnessing. Okay? So listen. Let's just, for argument's sake, say, okay, yeah, Obi is there now. How would Obi secure the number he requires in the House of Representatives? How would Labour Party secure the number it requires in the Senate to be able to execute the plans Obi? Let us just accept that he has a wonderful plan, and he really intends to carry it out, or carry them out. In your wildest dreams, you believe that Obi would have the number he requires in the House of Representatives as well as the Senate to be able to execute all his plans. Okay, let us also accept that he has the number, okay, and he was able to execute all his plans to the satisfaction of everybody. I need you to remember Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan brought Nigerian economy to a place where it hadn't been for such a long time. But I want to remind you that it doesn't matter how beautiful you build, as far as you're building under the umbrella Nigeria, which is designed to ruin lives. As far as you are building under that umbrella, it doesn't matter how many of you that builds. It doesn't matter how many you are. It takes only one Fulani to go in and shatter all that. That is what Buhari did. Everybody can see it. So, are you people really believing that? Are you people really, you want things to be happening over and over? Weren't we told that the true definition of insanity is people doing things over and over and over and expecting different outcome? Is it not what we are taught? Is it not what we know? So how can things have happened to one several times and they are still embarking on that thing, no matter how evil and destructive that thing is? Is that something you want to attribute to part of humanity? No. That's why I'm telling you that the evils of this world worked hard enough to condition the brain of man, which is criminal, which is sinful in itself, because human beings are the only agents in this world given the ability to be free and independent thinkers. So those who embarked on conditioning your brains, are the evils of this world, because human beings are not meant to be conditioned. We are meant to be free thinkers. We are meant to be independent thinkers. That is how we can be able to replenish the earth and serve our purposes here on earth, because we are here to work. Each of us is here to work. Each of us is here to contribute our unique essence to the overall equation. Anything that deprives each of us from doing that is evil, is sinful, is criminal. But that is what the evil people of this earth have managed to do, especially in that contraption you are calling a country, in that evil, the worst evil shaped up against humanity. So I'm still asking, and I'm going to greet all of you that have joined me. I'm asking, even if, Obi was able to navigate the House of Representatives with his Labour Party, navigate the Senate, and achieve everything, I want to remind you that Jonathan did a brilliant job for Nigeria. And it doesn't matter how much work he did. It took only one Fulani man in the name of Buhari to destroy and shatter everything and brought everybody back to ground zero. So, who told you that after 8 years, let's just give Obi 8 years? We're just giving him pass mark. Because I'm searching this with you now. I want you to understand. I want to unlock something in your brains. Okay? Yes, okay. Obi, 8 years. Wonderful. Nigeria is perfect. Who do you think is coming back? Fulani. And when they come back, what do you think they're going to do? They will set the clock back. Yeah? Are you listening? That is, I'm just saying, let's take it that, yeah, he's going to succeed. He's going to be there. He's going to secure the seat. But you know, we're just working with hypothesis. The truth tells us that Obi is going nowhere. Forget about all this noise, okay? He hasn't got what it requires from the north. Forget about all you're being told. You're talking about a place where everything is controlled. And those who believe they have the money to give to spread the information, okay, are doing their bit to make you believe. Don't forget that they made everybody believe in 2019, because it was then. Take it back, take it back. I want you to know, and let me tell you something, even if it is by accident, Obi gets there, yeah? I am sorry. He won't achieve anything, because he wouldn't have the number required in the House of Reps. He wouldn't have the number required at the Senate. The Fulani-controlled military will still be there. The Fulani-controlled establishments will still be there. The control of Britain, okay, the British government, okay, over the Fulani and the partnership between them will still be in existence. Obi will still meet the same obstacle Jonathan met. I need you to understand this, and I'm only being factual and truthful to you, so that we leave no stones unturned. But the most important thing to remember is that Nigeria is not supposed to be in existence at all. At all, it's finished. Nigeria finished long time ago. All these tricks now are tricks to make you continue to renew your slavery certificate. That is just the trick. Because it is shaped up to have criminals leading it, so that it will continue to produce criminality. Now, if your parents are thieves, who told you you're not going to see stealing as norm? Stealing as a way of life. That is what you see in the place called Nigeria. So now, even if Obi succeeds, so does it mean that you have not seen the state of Abuja and the level of terrorism already organized, that terrorists are now properly enshrined and embedded into the military, into the law enforcement agencies? how is Obi going to extract them or change their modus operandi, their spiritually and divinely signed reasons for coming in, reasons that are only guaranteed for them to not only kill, but to take over lands, to take what they insanely believe to be theirs. You are talking about people who love human blood. They love human blood and they love setting property on fire. These are the two things that inspire the whole madness. Okay? I don't actually know whether people have understood the culture, the tradition of the Fulani. The tradition that celebrate violence, the tradition and the belief system that celebrate and enjoy human blood, killing, and setting ablaze everything. Fire! I don't know whether people have really tapped into that belief system, that anything that stands in their way to achieve the madness they crave for has to be destroyed. Destruction is their motto. So you think Obi will now change the plan? Let me tell you something. If by accident Obi goes in there, it will only be a mechanism through which they want to widen the scope of their time limit so that they will keep tightening the bolts, okay? They will keep making sure that everything is in place before they now storm. You think they are recruiting fighters and terrorists from outside for fun? No. You think it is all for fun? Or you think your economic and politically political gimmicks about how you're going to transform Nigeria, you think that is what they have come to subscribe to? You think that they have come because they don't have the money? These people are heavily funded by both inside and outside governments that are supporting them. So money is not their problem. Economy is not their problem. They have no interest in your rubbish. All these things you're talking is rubbish. Their only interest is dominance. They want to make sure that that Quran is dipped where they want it to be dipped. That is just the only game being played. So any other thing you see, any other all silly sorts of debates going around, constitution, these are all nonsense as far as they are concerned. And they are heavily backed. These criminals, these terrorists are heavily backed. And that's why I keep asking, especially those who criticize, those from, they call it South, they call it Southeast, they call it all sorts of nonsense. Yeah? Those so-called, I don't know what to call them anymore, who keep blaming Nnamdi Kanu, who keep blaming IPOB, who keep blaming ESN. And I keep asking them, where has ESN, where has Nnamdi Kanu gone to occupy any other people's land? Who have Nnamdi Kanu killed? What evil has Nnamdi Kanu really committed that you, his brothers and sisters, are condemning him? When nobody, no Fulani leader has ever condemned the evil, the real evil that the Fulani headsmen, the bandits, whatever the names they've given all of them, Boko Haram, all these terrorist groups that that stem from Fulani. None of their leaders, instead, their leaders are supporting them to the tilt, making sure they are fully funded, campaigning for people to welcome them and see them as friends, incorporate them into society. And I'm asking, is it that even the animals have become sensitive to their needs more than the so-called mortal beings? Is it that animals and birds of this earth recognize danger now more than mortal beings? Because even a chicken, even a bird, even a hen with her chicks, a hen with its chicks doesn't need to physically see a hawk. All it needs is to see the shadow of a hawk, and the hen will recognize danger immediately and instruct the chicks to hide. Now, if animals can react to danger in that form, what is wrong with mortal beings? Is it that the brains have been so poisoned that confusion becomes the order of the day? Now I want to remind you well and remind you properly that the same game played in 2019 with Take It Back is what is being played now with Obedient, because by structure, Nigeria has a clear, unwritten criteria for those who can become leaders of that place called Nigeria. And the criteria I am posting as my write-up for this broadcast. Take out your time and please read through it so you can unlock your brain and understand that the only thing to do right now is to make sure Nigeria is dissolved and divided immediately. There should be no other room left. Any other room left will be futile, will be disastrous to humanity. I hope you understand me. I wouldn't be speaking if it is not true. I don't have that time, but I have plenty of time when it comes to revealing the truth for humanity to heed and do the needful. Not to heed is playing with fire. And never be afraid of those who are the evils of this earth, because they are already destroyed. So they are looking for people to go into destruction with. They are mortal. They have no guarantee for tomorrow, just like you and I. So you must not be afraid of them. They own nothing. They brought nothing into this world. They are visitors like you and I. They are strangers into this world like you and I. They are tenants to this world like you and I. They came in totally empty-handed, and they must vacate this earth alone, lonely, and also empty-handed.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.